To honor Veterans Day and all who served, Raymore Peculiar High School hosted a Veterans Day breakfast. Events like these are meant to show our appreciation to those who have sacrificed greatly for our country. Young veterans were content spending time with their families. Older vets, many with spouses that have passed on, would have been completely alone through the breakfast without each other. Was the event too early for the majority of a RAPEC student body to attend, or are we that disconnected to older generations? Through Eddie Bradley, a veteran of the Naval Services, we experienced what so many RAPEC students missed. When he walks through the doors of Shoal Elementary, where he is a mentor and custodian, he is barraged with smiles, shouts, and hugs from students who see him coming.
We love you, Eddie!
Bradley was raised just southeast of Springfield in Rogersville, Missouri. It was there at age 17 he decided to leave home and serve the country he has so much pride for.
My grandpa says to me, he says, son, are you going to stay on the dairy and let me put you through college? I said, no, Grandpa. I said, don't think so. I said, I've done something today that you'd probably be mad at me about. He said, what did you do? I said, I joined the Navy and I need you to sign my papers.
Bradley credits the Navy for many of the experiences he looks back on today.
It was a lot of fun. Done a lot of things. Seen a lot of stuff that would never got to see in my life. And I went from Iceland to the equator, from the States to the Persian Gulf.
Coming home was no relief for servicemen during this era. Bradley is thankful he was not met with the same hostility as Vietnam vets. Being spit on and called baby killers diminished much of those veterans' sense of accomplishment.
You know, God don't mean for us to be that way. You know, and all of us fellows were good enough to give our time for our country and for our families, for the people here. Why should we be treated that way? It's not right.
Soon after, he met Betty Darlene Fincher, the woman he would marry.
She and I country danced. We square danced for years and had a good time.
This woman was the centerpiece of his life. Their love could not be hindered by time or sickness. They went through 33 years of marriage hand in hand.
She'd been out, she'd been to see the kidney doctors that day, and she'd been out doing things she liked to do. And she said, I think I'll take a nap. I said, okay. I said, you want me to move over to the sofa where you can lean up against me like you usually do? No, I'm going to the bedroom. Man, the dog's going to the bedroom. She got up, she walked across the floor to the bedroom door, turned around and said, honey, I love you, and dropped dead. It was quite a blow after 33 years.
When asked if he'll move on, he answers, when you've had it all, there's no need for anything else. He carries the love she gave him through the halls of Shoal.
I want the rest of you kids to recognize him as part of the group, okay? Okay?
Every student has a story about their new grandpa.
Well, the thing I like about Grandpa Eddie, well, he helped me gain something so I could play football, and he helped me a lot with eating my lunch, and now I'm not really starving at snack and stuff, and I'm not eating a lot of stuff at snack.
While working at Shoal, Grandpa Eddie has learned that building relationships can make the biggest difference. Knowing this, he's able to connect with some of the most troubled kids.
Walking down the hall, Mr. Eddie, and I turned around and it was him. And I said, what do you want, son? And he stopped. He got a funny look on his face. I said, what's the matter? He said, you call me son. I said, well, if that's wrong, I will not do that no more. He looked up at me and grinned and he says, oh, I love it. You know, we have so many young ones that need somebody older to look up to.
He feels making these small connections has become his calling.
If you help one kid, then you've done something in your life. If you keep one kid out of trouble, you've done something in your life. And I plan on being over there for a while.
Good men like Eddie Bradley need us almost as much as we need him.
Last year at Shaw, they had dinner for the vets with the kids. I've got letters from those kids that I'll cherish the rest of my life, that they wrote to me. It really makes you feel good that the young ones are beginning to react like they do.
Where would we be without veterans like Eddie Bradley? Throughout his life, he has made an impact. From signing up for the Navy to being a loving husband, and now being there for our student body. He's always been where he's needed. Let's do our job and thank those who have lived to make our country great. I'm David Villarreal with cameraman Mason Now for KPTV Panther Television.